Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Society Bytes, the podcast where we talk about stuff that happens out in public. And stuff. This is my wonderful roommate, Nina.
Hello.
She'll be guest hosting from time to time, or a lot. I have no idea.
Well, I tell you my opinion every day anyway, so it's a 24/7 job.
This is, yeah. I don't get paid, unfortunately.
By love. By roomie love, you do.
Mm-hmm. But yes, so today on our first attempt at the podcast, we are going to be talking about nightlife and awkward situations at bars and wherever else that may take us.
Yes, we are.
So do you have any stories to start off the conversation?
I mean, first of all, I don't go to bars to pick up guys. I don't think any girl really does. The girls that do are still in college, I like to think. Not my girlfriends, but I mean, if there happens to be a cute guy, we'll just look at them. We don't talk to them. But I mean, I've had situations where if I'm alone or something, a guy will come up to me and they like to shake your hand. They're like, "Oh, what's your name? What's your name?" And they'll try to shake it. And I'm one of those, if my girlfriends see them talking to me, they're like, "Yeah, Nina, you're not going to get anywhere with her." So I've told guys, I'm like, "No, I'm cool, but hi, I'm Nina." And then they'll keep wanting to talk and they want to shake my hand. And I've had to tell guys to just go away. Frankly, I've had to be blunt with them. So it's not so much, I mean, it's awkward for them, but it's like guys out here, they don't really take no for an answer, which is concerning because then if you go home with them, what's going to happen?
That's kind of a scary thought.
It is.
Don't go home with randoms from the bar, especially if you live in Los Angeles.
I mean, unless they look like Matt Damon, because he picked up his wife.
And by look like Matt Damon, she means if they are Matt Damon. So don't get too excited if you're a Matt Damon lookalike out there.
But what about you?
Bars? I mean...
I feel like it's just easy for you. I tell him this all the time, that it's easier for him to just like casually just hang out with a guy at a bar than it is with a girl.
I feel like it's definitely different. I feel like it's...
Yeah, the expectations.
There's a creep factor. I feel like if a girl's like, I'm just going to meet this guy at a bar.
Yeah. But there's not really a creep factor, because I think it does have to do with like same sex, because you just feel comfortable with them anyway. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that's just how I perceive it when you go out. Because if I go out with a whole bunch of girls and I'm just talking to another girl, I'm not like threatened by them. So
that's true.
I don't have anything to worry about unless they're a creeper. But I don't know.
Don't be friends with creepers.
I know you have something.
Have something about
meeting random guys. Well, I mean, have you? You've told me stories, but that's about people that you do know.
Well, here's a story from last week.
Oh, boy.
So, I mean, I'm going to be very vague just because. But, so I was out...
I'll tell you the names later.
The names will be in the comments down below. Mm-hmm. But yes, so I was out and about, and I went to a bar. I feel like we're peaking. Hopefully this audio isn't shitty.
Oh, let's talk quiet.
But I went... Oh, yeah, we are. Hold on. Let's try to do
Should we redo things?
No, I'll figure... The first episode will likely have some issues.
Okay.
So, just deal with it. But yes, so I went to a bar, and I was talking to this person. Super nice, super fun. And then, like, probably half hour down the road in the conversation, they were like, so I've been with my husband for 12 years. 12 years.
Goodness.
And it's like, okay. Like,
but were you talking like it was obviously flirting?
It was obviously flirting.
Ooh, boy.
I was like, at least you were honest enough to get to that point.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that should be an opener.
No, it really, I mean, I'm kind of bad with this. Like when I do have a boyfriend, I have a hard time saying, I mean, I'll back up. If the person is nice and they're flirting with me in a nice way, I have a hard time saying I have a boyfriend, like working it in the conversation, because I think it's really obvious when someone says that. So I try to find a way to say it in a casual, polite way, but it never comes out like that. I'm just usually like, well, I have a boyfriend, so, and then they get scared.
Yeah, well, as they should.
But if it's a creepo, I don't have a problem saying.
Like, and even if you're single and it's a creepo, you're like, sorry, I have a boyfriend, go away.
And they don't go away. Girls, I know you were with me on this, but.
Stupid boys.
So what did you do after
that was pretty much the extent of it, but I was just like...
You should have been like, why are you talking to me like this?
I don't care that much. Whatever. But,
that happens a lot in LA that I've noticed, that taken people, they go out without their significant others.
LA is full of swingers, apparently.
Yeah, well, I'm not on that bandwagon yet.
Until we get married. No. But yeah, so other things to talk about in the nightlife situations. I put go-go dancers on the list only because they're a pretty good time. But have you had any interesting interactions with go-go dancers in your life?
Well, no, but something that you taught me last weekend, we went out to West Hollywood, and you said that one of the go-go dancers in the gay club was straight.
Oh, yeah.
And I have never, no one has ever told me that. I've never even thought that there would be straight guys at a go-go or go-go dancing.
Yeah, so ladies, if you're looking for a muscly man.
Yeah, and that guy was talking to a girl when
we went into a bar in West Hollywood, and one of the go-go dancers was like hitting on a girl that happened to be in the bar.
Yeah, she wasn't that cute either, just being honest.
But, it's an interesting thing that, like, there's lots of bartenders and go-go dancers that are just kind of taking advantage of the situation because they have the body or the face for it, or both.
But do you think that they're really just straight, though? Do you think they're bi?
I think they just want money, and they'll probably do just about anything for some cash.
Then there has to be, speaking in labels, labels are whatever to me, but like, how would you classify yourself then? Because no one's going to say, oh, I just take advantage of people, but I'm straight. It's strange. I would love to talk to someone. If you do that, can you talk to me or us and let us know what's
If you are a go-go dancer in the Los Angeles area, please leave a comment down below and you can be a guest on an episode because we want to know.
I really would love to talk to someone like that because I've never been in any sort of mindset like that, so I can't justify,
You know who we should actually have on the show?
Who?
We should have Vincent on the show and see if I'm sure he knows someone.
Oh, of course. I think so.
Just saying.
Vincent!
Just saying. May or may not have a friend.
Well.
Woo, water. But,
getting hot in here.
But yeah.
Let's see.
What else? I could go on about go-go dancers, but...
Well, what do you have to say about them?
I feel like this is a little much for the first episode, but I've come across go-go dancers that, because they're showing off pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Like, they're skimpy.
Yeah.
And some of them are stuffing, kind of.
Oh, yes.
Which is, I feel like, very ballsy, no pun intended, but to be doing that because, if people are tipping you, it's like... You're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
And
you caught.
Someone got caught. But it's just so. That's so. I don't know. I feel like that's like if you were a go-go dancer.
I would not put anything down there.
Yeah. Because I feel like that. How embarrassing is that? Like,
well, it may be a requirement of the club too. You never know. If you're not well endowed, but they like your look, they may say, well, hey, you have to wear this as a part of your uniform.
That's really fun. Maybe. That's interesting.
Like,
if you're a gay bar owner,
please.
Or just a bar owner that happens to have go-go dancers.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Well, as a straight girl, like, I'll look at the guys just because I'm just looking at them, but I feel weird in a gay club because I just don't know how a girl is perceived. Like, just looking at go-go dancers, and I don't know. I don't know if they're like, well, oh God, this girl's in WeHo with her gay guy friends.
Well, I in my mind, I feel like that's not that creepy or weird. I think the bothersome people are the, like, 65 plus year olds
Oh.
that are just like there to stare.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't see too many though, but I wasn't really looking when we went out last time.
yeah. On a side note, kind of on topic, but in Mickey's in West Hollywood, Los Angeles, one of the in that bar, you can't touch the go-go dancers anymore. It's a new rule.
But how do you tip?
They all have
Through the force.
They have exactly. You just have to flick it. They have a tip jar now, which I'm like,
that takes away the fun.
that's the not to sound. Is that bad to be like?
No.
That's, like, what fun is it if you're like, oh, nice dancing. I'll just put this dollar.
I'm gonna
in
go
this
over
jar.
here. You're good. I'm gonna tip you over here. Good
Yeah.
job. Good job.
Like that. Half the fun is
the interaction.
It makes it seem even more like a zoo. It's like, oh, you can't touch the animals.
Yeah.
Just
that's a good point.
Like, put money to feed them right there. Like, really?
That is a bit. You're not a barista. You're a go-go dancer.
Yeah, exactly. You're not serving coffee. You're serving something else.
Would you ever date a go-go dancer?
Well, I've gone on a date with a go-go dancer.
Oh.
I don't think it would bother me, really. I mean, that's kind of, I mean, there is obviously a difference, but it would kind of be the same as being like, would you date a porn star, which is a jump. That's a big jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump.
But, I mean, similar to some degree.
You know what you're getting. You know what they do, so it's kind of like it's on you if you decide to go further with the relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Would you date a go-go dancer? Or did you already ask me? I would. If I didn't answer the question already, I would. Whatever. They can split their tips with me. That's fine.
But you don't seriously date, like, for long, extended periods.
I mean, weeks is a long time. Like,
we have different views.
Which is why we're both here.
Yeah. I would not date a go-go dancer. I don't care if he's straight or whatever he is.
What if it was even by the new standards at Mickey's where no one could touch them? They're literally just dancing and getting tips in a jar.
No. I don't care about, like, the touching. I just care about the fact, like, I don't know. It's just the whole idea of wanting to be a go-go dancer is just not my idea of someone I'd like to date. There's a lot of, like, ironically, I guess, there's a lot of femininity in it. And I'm not attracted to guys that have a huge feminine side to them. So, I don't know. This is making me sound horrible.
Well, I could tell you how horrible she is. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, that's fair.
It's strange. Porn star, no. Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, I feel like if your job is to have sex, then what would you? I wonder if porn stars want to, like, sleep with people, like, or if it's like, oh, that's the last thing I want to do because I have to do it all day long
because it's their job. I mean, well, there's always those stories about porn stars who there's obviously been a lot of problems in their life, so they feel like they need to feel that way or to be wanted and all of that. So if they feel wanted by someone, I think that's the point because their self-esteem issues.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Get in the way.
So then they might actually end up being kind of a clingy
person
in a relationship.
Actually, I have a friend who has dated a porn star. A good friend.
You'll have to tell me names later.
I'll tell you names later. Blah, blah. And blah,
blah, blah.
But he said that she was very sweet, but she was a bit crazy because she did have issues. Which is, come on.
How fun. I feel like I don't know how I'd feel about that. I'd be like, we're together, but they have sex with a different person every other day.
I mean, I'm not the most traditional in relationships, but that's crossing the line for me. I still have some morals, damn it.
Is there like a take your spouse to work day? Because how does that play out?
How does a spouse? Because this isn't rare though in LA. Like, unfortunately, I have heard of people who date porn stars, like, are married to one.
Yeah, I know married porn stars.
Yeah, so I would love to get get in their mind. I want to get in a lot of people's minds because mine's not enough.
I agree. Well, we made it from nightlife to porn stars on our first episode of Society Bytes. So if there's any topics that you want us to talk about or things that you think would be interesting for us to rant about.
We're not shy.
Yeah. Please feel free to leave them in the comments down below here on YouTube. And you can download the Society Bytes podcast on iTunes for free. And then you can listen to it while you're working out or driving in the car or at work.
Because my voice is so lovely.
It's so soothing, isn't it? So that is everything for our first episode of the podcast. Please give your suggestions in the comments down below, or any tips or advice or thoughts on the show, because it can only, I don't know.
We want to make it better.
Exactly.
We want people to watch it.
Yeah, this is our first attempt. We might spruce up the set, because it's not.
We have art on every other wall except this one.
So yeah, be sure to check out more episodes, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.